What's going on, you guys? My name is Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be telling you to pay attention to the weather. Alright guys, before we get started, make sure you come over and click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, even if it's just to say what's up. It helps the channel out so much, guys. Let's talk about it. Guys, I don't know if you can see it behind me or out the windows right here, but it's actually a pretty sunny day. I mean, a little overcast. Really nice weather. It's like 80 degrees down here in South Georgia. The sun is just shining. Let's see if I can get you guys to look at the sky, man. Just as pretty as it can be over there. Just blue skies, a little bit of cloud cover. Nice, right? I'm in shorts. Got my dang fin print shirts on, nice and comfy. Had an $1,100 job booked for today, roof wash, house wash. But something happened. I didn't check my weather report, which I should have done, and I didn't really pay it a whole lot of attention because the weather's been really nice. But there's one thing about the weather today that I didn't look at, and that is the wind. Today the wind is gusting anywhere from 12 to 14 miles per hour. And some of you guys may be like, all right, what's wrong with that? Well, the problem is we were supposed to wash this roof. And as you can see, it has a very tall pitch to it, and it also has dormers, which makes it very aggravating when you're trying to wash a roof like that and the wind is blowing as hard as it is blowing. Because what happens is when you get to the top of the ladder, because you can't really walk on a roof like that, or we don't. Some of you guys are half monkeys and you want to climb, and I don't know how you do it. But anyway, you get to the top of the ladder and you spray up there with a 12-volt system, and it'll get about halfway up and then it goes boop every time the wind blows. And a lot of times you'll need like just an extra foot or two right at the top of the roof. You're reaching everything else fine, but you just need a little bit more at the top, because the wind's coming right over it and it's knocking it down. But my experience over the last 2 years is that it is better to just go ahead and reschedule to a day that the wind is not blowing, because not only will you get overspray all over God's creation, but you'll also waste a lot of SH. You'll waste a lot of product. And at $3.20 per gallon or more, it can get expensive. I highly recommend that you guys get a really good weather app. I use Weather Underground. It seems to be the most accurate out of all the other ones, because some of them will tell you, like even like the Weather Channel's app, AccuWeather or whatever it is, a lot of times it'll tell you that it's going to be sunshiny and beautiful, and the next thing you know, there's rain clouds coming over, or it'll say it's going to rain for the next 3 days and we won't get a drop. But definitely pay attention to your wind if you're using a 12-volt system. I know that some of the booster pumps and stuff, it doesn't really affect them as much because they got more force going up, from what I can tell. But if you're using a 12-volt system, you definitely need to pay attention to the weather and to the wind. So the customer today wasn't too happy that we had to reschedule, because they had already moved everything off of their porches. You know, it's one of those things, man. I told them I'd give them a slight discount next week when I rescheduled it too, and they were okay with that. And I even told them I would move the stuff off the porches next week. It's just one of those things, man. We can't help the wind, and I didn't really want to go out there and fight as hard as the wind is blowing to try to get my product where it needs to be. So we just rescheduled it, and you know, it's just one of those things that I should have paid attention to before I went. But I've been really busy this last 2 weeks, and just having time to slow down and look at those things. I dropped the ball on it. So anyway, do you guys check your weather reports? Do you spray in the wind? If so, how are you able to get it to the top of a really tall roof using a 12-volt system? I'd like to know, man. Leave me a comment below, and I hope this helps somebody. God bless.